Hello, my joyful soul community. Welcome. This is Letty, and I am so excited to be with you guys today. It's been a couple of days, and I was just needing to take some personal, like spiritual self healing time, right? I wanted to just take a step back and just look at things and feel the energy of the world and take that moment to just connect with my higher self, with oneness, with God and all that is, right? We all have a different name or a different label for this higher being that helps us get through all this stuff in this lifetime. But it's all the same thing. Okay. We've been talking about that. I've mentioned that before. We are all connected to the same source, to the same fuente, the same, I want to say, kind of like a well, right? The fuente, the, the waterfall, the where all this stuff comes from, where all this beautiful energy comes from. In Spanish, it's called fuente, and that's the fountain of life. Um, and today we're going to talk about faith and how can we live in faith? How can do we even know what faith is? I mean, that's a big question, right? That's kind of like nobody ever talks about it. We hear it a lot. We hear it like, "Oh, don't lose faith," or "keep the faith." We always have these little moments where someone says something about faith, or my faith. My faith is Christianity, or my faith is that I believe in this or that. So everyone has different faiths, but faith as a verb, okay, is an act of being. It's an action. It's a way of being. To be a faithful person, to have faith, to walk in faith. So this has been something that I've come to understand more and more as I get older. I'm just turned 21, so right. Time's like what, two and a half. Um, but faith is something that I think as we get older, we start to kind of look at differently. We just feel differently about it. It means something differently for us. For me, faith when I was a younger person was something my mom had, right? I would go to her and be like, Mom, I need this job. Okay, I know your faith is really strong. So just go do what you got to do. Pray for me. Send me something. And she would like, okay, Mijita, no worries. I know I got this. We're fine. Well, funny, actually, it's not funny. It's beautiful, but now my mom do it and I do it together. We'll call each other and she'll say, okay, we gotta pray for somebody. We gotta pray for this person or that person. I'm like, you got it, Mom. Let's do it, right? Wonder Twin powers activate. And it's beautiful for me to be able to say that my faith is strong, that I have a strong faith. So what do I have faith in? Well, I have faith in the power of prayer. I have faith in love, that love heals all things. I have faith that time also helps to heal all things. I have faith that tomorrow will always be a new beginning. We can choose again. I have faith in the goodness of others. I have faith in the goodness of myself. I have faith that I am walking toward my purpose, that I was meant to do something here that is, going to help humanity. What that is, I don't know. I'm learning. This YouTube channel is part of that. My singing is part of that. Um, but I have faith. I have faith that we're all here for something. We're all meant to do something to help each other. I do have faith that a person can heal. I have faith in our evolution. And I believe in that, right? I do believe wholly in that. So I also have faith in my family. I have faith in my husband. I have faith in my children. So when you walk in faith or when you live by faith, it's, it's a way of being. It's a way of seeing the world. It's a way of having, hope that it's all going to be all right, right? I think in my way of looking at it, there's hope, belief, and then faith, right? We can hope that everything is going to get better. And we can believe that everything is going to get better. We're almost, we believe it, más o menos, right? We're kind of, okay. We're going to put it forward. We're going to say, I believe in it. Maybe I'm just working on get there to 100%, but it starts with believing, right? Everything starts with believing. So when you say, yeah, I believe we can do that. I believe we can, see, right. We're going to get there. Next level is faith, and say, I have faith. I have faith that this is going to be just fine. Oh yeah, absolutely. No, I have faith. I have faith we'll get through it. I have faith we'll be where we need to be. And faith is, in my mind, having faith in something sight unseen, having faith that you deserve to live a full, beautiful life and that you will live a full and beautiful life. Having faith is a knowingness. It's a knowingness that no matter what, you're going to be okay. That no matter what, we're all going to get through this. That no matter what, you are still and forever and ever a child of God. That you are a blessed being. That there is love around you. That's this knowingness that it's just all going to be all right. You don't have to have, you don't have to have the details. You don't even have to know how, right? You don't need to have everybody lined up and the people and the places and the things and the circumstances and the blah, 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 blah. Sometimes we get caught up in wanting to control how, when, who, with what means is all this going to happen. And then we believe it when we see it. Well, I know that terminology of, seeing is believing. Believing is seeing. When you believe it, you will see it. It's the opposite, right? Some people say, well, also I have to see it to believe it. No, believe it first. Believe it first. Have faith that it will come to you. Have faith that you deserve whatever it is you want in this life. With the faith, growing up, I had a lot of faith. I had faith in just everything, in God and Jesus. I grew up with that in my life. I grew up with having faith in the four directions, with having faith in the elements. That was just my growing up. That was the way my family structure was. Some people, but I didn't have faith in material things. I didn't have faith that I had to be rich in order to be happy. That was not my faith. My faith was in being happy and just being a good person and knowing that no matter what, I was always going to be okay. I would, even if I fell, I would land on my feet. And that helped me to get through life. I was a single mom for many, many years. I've had, a handful of important relationships in my life. And I just kept going. I just believed in love. I had faith in love. I had faith that no matter what, everything was going to work out for my best and highest good. And sometimes I will say I doubted it. Sometimes I doubted whether or not I deserved it. There's a big one, ding, ding, right? Whether or not I deserved all this good stuff. And that might have rocked my faith a little bit. Like I would say, okay, well, I know I'll be okay, but maybe I'll just be like, half okay because I did a few things. I made some choices that weren't all that great. And I would just kind of like limit myself with that. And that was me. I never, ever, I don't think any of us have ever had the clouds part, the whole world stands still, and God comes down and looks at us and says, you, Leticia Candelaria, you, you know, you shouldn't have done that. You should not have done that. That girl charged you less than what that thing was, and you didn't tell her, right? You walked away with $2 less of what you owed. Whatever, right? That never happened. Never. And it never will happen. So I was policing myself, right? And I was like, oh my gosh, she didn't charge me the right amount. Oh my God, I feel so bad. I'm so guilty. I'm a horrible person. And then that's when my face would kind of get rocked a little bit. I would feel like I did something really, 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 really bad. And so I'd be a little nervous, like, well, okay, I know I'm asking for this job. Maybe I'll just, they won't pay me what I really want because I was kind of a bad girl or did something wrong. BS, guys, total BS. We limit ourselves with all of those deprecating thoughts, with all those self-judgments, with all that punishment. And we put ourselves through the ringer. And it's at the end of the day, okay, walk back in, give her $2. You know, you can make it right. It's not the end of the world. But I think we sometimes feel really overwhelmed and we get tripped up and we don't know how to, we just don't know. We don't know how to get out of that. And then, we start to think that, well, nothing good happens. But I've said this, and I said this in the videos, guys, our thoughts create our belief systems and our belief systems create our reality. So faith is taking a step back from all that. Faith is just believing that no matter what errors you've made, no matter what mistakes you've made, no matter how many times you've fallen, however, falling off the wagon, falling off the bed, falling out of relationships, falling into relationships, falling in and out of jobs, regardless of what all of that is. Faith is knowing that you are lovable, that you are loved, that you are worthy, that you deserve to have a good experience. You deserve perfect health. You deserve abundance. You deserve prosperity. And having faith and belief enough, having faith, knowing, yeah, it's going to come to me. I know it's going to come to me. Faith is believing without seeing. Faith is having that peace of mind that everything, no matter what, is always going to be for your best and highest good. And, I was listening to a podcast the other day, and I apologize for not knowing who it was. I do a lot of homework. I do a lot of spiritual work, and I listen to many, many, many teachers. But this quote came in, and I want to share it with you. Faith is the substantiation of things hoped for and the conviction of things not yet seen. There you go. It's a substantiation of things hoped for and the conviction of things not yet seen. And that's really what it is. You can't see what tomorrow is going to bring. You can't see what next year is going to look like. You can't see how you're going to, what's going to happen when you're 90, years old or 80 years old. But you have to have faith. You have faith. You have that conviction that you're going to be fine. You're going to be all right. Everything's going to be just exactly as you need it. Okay. Now, do I have faith that I'm going to be a multi-billionaire when I'm 80 years old and I'm going to be living in a lap of luxury and having all these servants around taking care of my wrinkled little butt? Yeah, I could say I have faith in that. It doesn't have to be detailed. I can just have faith that no matter what, I will be okay, and that all things will be given unto me for my best and highest good. So the world's a little rocky schmucky right now, right? We know that. For anybody watching this video, just know that the energies are part of our evolution. They are part of our ascension. It is part of your spirit growing and evolving. And for you as a human being having this spiritual experience, it is an opportunity for you to let things go. Just let it go. Let go of the worry. Let go of the fear. Let go of the anger and the resentments and the jealousies and the whatever that does not serve you anymore. Just let it go. Have faith. Have faith that everything is going to be all right. I say this often in many of my classes and also in many sessions that I have with people. We never doubt, no matter where you are in the world watching this video, you never doubt that the sun is not going to rise, right? I mean, you might have fog. You might be in Alaska, maybe where you have a few months of sun, but somewhere in the world, that sun is seen. That sun is out, but maybe it's behind a cloud. Maybe it's in a different part of the hemisphere, but the sun has risen somewhere. The sun exists. It's real. So we never, ever, ever doubt that the sun is not going to rise, that the sun is not there. And neither do we doubt that the moon is not going to glow in the darkest of the night and enlighten it and brighten everything up, even when she is not at full cycle. Okay. But we know the moon is there, right? We have faith in those things. That's having faith. We know, like we know, the sun is going to rise, the moon is going to rise. Hey, there's going to be a breeze, there's going to be wind, there's going to be air. We have faith, blind faith, because we know it. We're so accustomed to it. We just, yeah, of course, duh. Apply that same knowingness to your worthiness, to anything that you want, to anything that you have desired for yourself or for your family. But also, just remember that you are a spiritual being having a human experience. Guys, have faith in your creation. Have faith in your ability to manifest anything you want in this world. And have faith in the fact that I am sending you tons, tons of love right now and major, major vibration for peace, for love, for joy, okay, perfect health, for stamina, for vitality, for abundance and prosperity. It's all yours. Stop. Just stop and listen to the silence, because in that silence is your faith. That is God. That is all that is. Oneness, creator, source, Allah. Doesn't matter. It's the same source. It's the same fountain of all this magical, beautiful miracle that we are walking around with inside of us. That's what we do. And have faith that in this moment, you, yes, you, wherever you are loved. You are loved more than ever. And I'm just a microphone. I am a communication device for God. That is it. Okay, little curly Q, little curly haired communication device for God. But that is it. And I have faith that when you see this message and when you see the smile and you see the light in my eyes, you will feel it because I am allowing it through. Yeah. In this moment, you are loved more than you ever know. And I wish you the very best, the most beautiful day, evening, morning ever. Enjoy this moment and find your faith. See you later.